Now, when we're doing this and we're trying to write the equation of a slope-intercept line, we just need to understand what these things mean. So if this is slope, it's also m, right? And if this is the y-intercept, this is also b. So how would we write the equation of this line? Well, it would be just like we're looking at this example above. So keep that in mind. Oh, maybe I should color code how they did. So let's see. They use red for the slope, or I probably did that. Slope m, and then we used blue for the b, which I guess makes sense, blue. So this is going to be in blue, this is going to be in red, the -1/2. So y equals mx plus b. So let's just leave out a skeleton. Y equals mx plus b. So b is blue, that's the y-intercept, that's 0. M is red, it's circled in red, so that's y equals mx plus b.
Happy Friday afternoon, Woolies. I hope you all had a great day.
So where I was I was kind of talking about this being the line, y equals mx plus b, and we realize now that this is plus 0 doesn't really need to be there. I shouldn't x it, I should kind of scribble it. So the equation of this line is just y equals -1/2x. That's the slope-intercept form of this line. Now because that's a little bit of a trickier problem, and keep in mind you still have that example up there, let's write this one. So y equals mx plus b. So let's talk about that. Well, b we were doing in blue, so that's here, so plus -3. And if it's plus -3, it's really just -3. So I'm going to go ahead and just write, I'm just going to keep that as a -3 overall. So that's that. And we have the m in red, which I guess slope is m, so this is the slope, and that goes there. So that's kind of where we're at with this, writing the slope-intercept form of the line, and we are on to this part of the page, which is 3. And this is talking about how you would actually graph a line in slope-intercept form, so how you would actually graph that. So let's think about that for a moment. And there's steps here. It's not that bad. What we want to do is be sure that we are making really nice points. We're starting on the left.
Courtney Ordway, can you please call the main office, please?
So what we want to do is make some perfect points, start on the left, do the rise, do the fall, whatever we need to do, and find the run. So I'm going to show you how to graph a line, hopefully for you to review something you've seen before, but I'm not certain if it will be. So if we were to graph this line, y equals 4x minus 1, how would we do it? Well, we need to, let's see, we need to, I guess, actually the way that this is described is it really is writing the equation of a line. So if you were looking at, let's say you were looking at this line right here, how would you write the equation of that? So let's find some perfect points in red. So I'm going to find 2 points that I find to be perfect. So it's crossing really nicely here, and I think it's crossing really nicely here. So those are my 2 perfect points. So I'm going to call that number 1. I'm going to start on the left, and I'm going to figure out the rise. Okay, and I'm going to say that the rise from the left side, we get the rise 1. And then I want to figure out the run here. So the run is going to be, from the left side, it's going to be 2. So it looks like the slope of this line, the m of this line, and we've been doing that in red, is 1/2. Now what is the b? What is the y-intercept? Well, I think we know how to find the y-intercept from previous videos. So we can look right here at 2. That's the y-intercept, so the b is 2. So what would the equation of this line be? Well, it'd be y is equal to, right, 1/2 x plus 2. And that is the equation of the line that I drew below. So hopefully that's making some sense. Why don't we look at these things, try to find the slope. So for right now, on this one, I want you to do the examples and try to find the slope, okay? Slope and the y-intercept. So all I want you to do is I want you to take slope, and I want you to take the y-intercept, and I want you to find each of those. So that's what you're doing, finding the slope from the line and finding the y-intercept. You don't even necessarily have to write the equation of the line. You just need to find the slope and the y-intercept separately. I'm going to take you through one more, and then the rest is now you try. So I think that for you, it's going to be 1, probably 3, and 4, all going to be now you tries. I'm going to do 2 with you. So number 2. Right here, I'm trying to find the slope. So I'm going to find a couple of perfect points. So this is a really nice point. I'm looking at where it crosses. It doesn't cross nice there. It's not good there. It's not good there. It's not good there. This one's a weird one because it's only good here on the very edge. So I'm going to erase all those arrows that I drew in, and I'm just going to put a point right there on the left side where the point is coming to the edge of the graph. And I'm going to look for the rise over run.
Samantha Forsh
Okay?
to the junior high office, please. Samantha Forsh to the junior high office.
So simply, I want to figure out the rise, which in this case is down, so it's -1. And then the run, which is always positive if you start on the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the run is 5. So I'm going to say the slope is -1 over 5. And now I'm looking for the b, the y-intercept. Well, that's wherever it crosses the y-axis. So that's, the b is 1. This is all you really need to do. If you're feeling pretty good right now, why don't you take these and put them into y equals mx plus b? Why don't you go ahead and do that? So y equals what? X plus what? Well, it would be y equals -1 over 5x. That's the m. Plus 1. That's the b. So at least find the slope and the y-intercept from these graphs. And if you're feeling good about it, go ahead and write the equation of the line for numbers 1, numbers 3, and numbers 4. And make sure you've done all the now you tries, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.